I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
I would love
How?
to hear it.
If the dead body were to move itself.
Because it wasn't dead.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room.
Yeah, it was different times for him. His was earlier.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Fume's pants.
Fumi's pants.
The pants are alive the whole time.
Evil pants.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello, over here. Objection! Objection!
What do you want, Jill?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Yeah.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy.
Don't understand that.
Just to be clear,
Oh.
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
You know,
Ugh, yes! Why must you ruin it every
Just-
time?
It's not ruining it.
stop talking.
Just tone it down a smidgen.
Go
please.
back to the other one.
Yeah. Go to the other one. Can you just go back to the other one, please? Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary. But still, can't let her get to me. Hey, lady, you're creepy and all.
Put your tongue back in your mouth.
Put those scissors away.
Oh shit.
Oh my lord. So I know it's L to switch the bullets.
Yeah.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy.
But remember what the note said.
What did it say?
What time did it say to meet?
1 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah. Same as the wristwatch.
The time doesn't
Yes, it
matter.
does.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
You bastard! No! Okay, I didn't lose a heart, but that's it right there.
Then the person it was entrusted with
It has something to do with him because his
Remember
watch
what
was the exact same time as the note.
6 a.m. The time doesn't
Yes, it
matter.
does. Shut up.
The note has nothing to do
Oh my
with
God.
TikTok.
You bitch! You bitch! Ah! I hate this. I hate those stupid purple fucking letters.
But
Ugh!
remember, it said at 6 a.m.
Alright, hold on. Let me do this correctly.
The note has nothing to
Boop,
do with
boom.
TikTok.
Eat a dick. God.
No, it's wrong.
Hold on a second! You piece of shit!
I think this would be painfully obvious. I don't need to bullet it in there, but...
There absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking
Shut up.
about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was
Oh yeah, and
murdered.
he'd be punctual for sure.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right? Which is
Oh yeah, and he was told to meet in the rec room, and Hiro was.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that. No further objections.
Just shut your mouth.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less.
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Yep.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead.
No, it's really easy. It's the missing.
The rip.
Yep. that's still clutched in his hand, by the way. Unless, oh no, I took it out. I took it out. Because the icky girl
When I
didn't want to
searched
do
Taka's
it.
body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note
Perfectly.
we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There is only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note.
Yeah.
Hifumi tried to free the note from
All
his
right.
death, leaving behind only
just-
one small
I don't like-
scrap. Did I get all that right?
Hifumi being a murderer. No, that doesn't sit right with me.
I don't think he
Hifumi knew
killed,
the note was important.
but he was, like I said, he was,
Like an accomplice.
yeah, he's being coerced by Celeste.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact,
Oh yeah, he's still alive, dude.
Oh my god, Hero.
Sorry.
I think your hair is going into your brain. My hair is my brain.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind. The true killer.
Celeste.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Uh-oh.
anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
What is it?
I think it's my hair.
My hair has a
And what
colic.
might that be?
I've been trying to get it.
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Well, you're smart enough to read the
Just as
file,
number
at
3
least.
and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository,
I know.
culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
Cleaned it.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good.
Yeah,
Packed
tell
good
him.
and tin tight with my hair.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Oh yeah, you would say that.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Oh, this game beats around the bush.
I know,
Is it
dude.
not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
The same kind
so
of
then,
thing.
what was used to kill Hifumi?
Oh, please don't have
The weapon that was actually
Actually-
used. Sorry.
the whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow, I have to find the truth.
I might already have, you know, just saying. I think even a gerbil can solve this. Alright.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
That's like that right away. Oh man! Okay, I am playing with fire. Alright, let's try again.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Justice Hammer,
I think it was
fool.
Justice Hammer. Shut the hell up.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out.
What's that?
How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Are you kidding me? That didn't work there. Okay, hold on. Maybe I should just read the whole thing at this point.
What was used
Okay, spotless hammer. So there must have been. Okay.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Alright.
Just stop talking.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Please.
And
Yes.
Yes!
We're down to one heart again.
Break!
With a hammer.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But seriously?
It was a normal hammer.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Why is our guy on the left having a seizure?
They've been doing that all the time when they do like a intense moment or something. I don't know. It's this damn stand. It's so wobbly. I can't sit still.
Most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it
But
off.
with what?
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds
Okay,
of
yeah.
hammers,
It's missing
Big
one,
ones,
two,
small
I think
ones.
4.
and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was
Yeah,
working
you would
together.
say that, wouldn't you?
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Yeah, but if you're holding alter ego over someone's head... Well, we did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least, that's what we thought at first. But...
Oh boy.
But we must speak again!
But let us go do another turnaround.
Spotless hammer!
Okay, so I gotta find a contradiction then, because we just used this.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
Interesting.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
So maybe...
We really say there's no chance two people worked on this together.
So maybe you have to do the true thing on the first thing we did?
Based
The,
on
the
rules
first
that have
yellow...
been laid
It's
out
just
for us,
2 weak
Yeah.
points, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're down to 1 heart, so I have to be like spot on for this.
only the one who actually carried, assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that 2 people, that is,
But that only really applies
In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
Might as well. I missed.
I don't think that's it, though.
Well, those are the only 2, so do you... Oh, wait, it's the last one.
laid
Okay,
out
I got it.
for us,
I got it.
more than one person, only the one who actually,
We're gonna
assuming
do
the
this.
rule holds true. That is,
But that only really
In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
It's one or the other.
even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried, assuming the rule holds true.
Ah!
Alright.
Whew!
No, it's wrong.
This is 50-50. Unless it didn't matter then.
Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes
Like
possible.
alter ego?
Yeah.
Two people can act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering
So it was Hifumi. Oh shoot.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Yep.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so?
That
I can't
seems
help
like
but
the
admire
ultimate
its
gamble to
Still,
me.
their choice of accomplice
Wink,
seems
wink.
odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing.
At least compared to a boring piece of crap like me.
Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
I wonder if Kyoko's like a detective.
She's the ultimate thing?
She's an ultimate question marks. Like it's a mystery.
Oh, okay.
But I wonder. They talked about Monokuma having a mole. I wonder if she is a mole as well. But
Well, I think she's a mole.
But I think she's not working with Monokuma. I wonder.
think?
I think she's doing something else. That's my guess.
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit.
We're gonna pick now? Yeah. There you are.
You!
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Yes, it was.
So I'm the
Yes!
suspicious individual now.
You've been
am I?
suspicious from the very start!
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yes, that's
The
exactly
idea
what we're
That's,
saying.
yeah,
to
that's
choose to spend
right on the
any
head.
amount of time interacting with him. That I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Woof.
Was French. It was French the whole time.
Just
You're
to be
right.
clear, there is evidence to
Yeah! Tell him! Tell her!
That's so.
My new friend?
it is.
Just can't hate you.
Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two
Yes.
of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Yeah! What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste have in common?
Encountering the
Suspicious,
suspicious
yep.
individual.
I
Yep.
got it.
Yep. Another hard.
The
Yes.
behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking.
What? Excuse me? You dumb fucking bitch! No! Don't apologize! Don't apologize! Oh my god! Oh no!
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Look at that dumb face she has,
Yeah.
just like that.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual.
Correct.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I see something in the stairs.
Yep. Something more on the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what
Yeah.
she claimed.
That's what I was saying.
Next,
Because they
we
never
all called
actually
to the
saw
physics
him.
lab up
Yep.
on the third floor.
To the third.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
Yep.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
The exact same thing.
Celeste, what's wrong?
Blah blah blah. Saw him, strange costume man. Yep.
Once she'd done
Yeah.
her job of getting us
What do you gotta
all up
say
to
now,
the
huh?
physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Hanya! So yep, yep. That's when he screamed to get them all back down there again, and
It was to get us to divide into two groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
damn.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Split into two groups. Yeah. Yep, yep. Oh man, I told you she has been so active this whole time.
If Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Oh, you got nothing to
On top of
say
that,
now.
that piercing cry of yours early on.
All right. Ah.
Ow, my ears.
Yeah.
Ah.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Oh.
It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan.
Oh shit, cause he did. He said this uncharacteristically.
Why else would you let out a scream that could have
Ooh.
carried across the seat?
I mean, I don't know. That was a very weak scream.
I mean,
in my opinion, I mean, you could have done better.
Just
But...
Did a little more
realized
effort.
Another strange thing.
Oh shit.
When
What
we
is it?
found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
I was certainly not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Oh shit.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi
Yep.
sneak out of the nurse's office.
Yep.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Indeed.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said
Uh-oh.
it.
What did you catch?
Looking back,
You dumb
I can
bitch.
say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
What'd you say?
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die, just like those guys died. She knew that they were both dead, because that's why she said guys.
I remember her saying that too.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't.
Because if she wanted to follow along, she would only know that Hifumi was dead.
Oh.
Sakura,
Yes,
Kyoko,
okay,
and
okay.
I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura
Okay.
and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka.
Right. Okay. Oh, nice.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem
Yeah.
repeating it.
Say it again. Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to?
Oh my god, are we this dumb?
Not only am I boring,
He just said it in plain English!
I'm dumb.
Oh my god. This again.
All I said was,
What did you say?
they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
You're right.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Ah! Okay, I think I have to copy that last
All I
one.
said, they must really be enjoying.
Does it matter if I connect both of them at different times, or?
We are going to die.
Christine, let me try this. We got 2 hearts. We can spare it.
That's all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish.
What was so strange about Celeste's
No.
comment?
Oh, fuck.
No. It would be. It has to be with those guys.
I think
All
so.
I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and they must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just
Those
like the ones
guys.
that are
So
And that's all it
it would
takes.
be
What
so
was
strange,
about
and then
Celeste's
those guys.
comment?
In that order? That's why I'm wondering, like, if they have to do it in a specific order. Let me try.
They must really be
If
enjoying
not, then we just
the
restart,
sight
yeah.
of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like those guys.
Okay. Well, now we know. Alright.
I just don't like that you have to listen to a conversation first
There's
and
no
then
reason
re-listen to
Celeste
it.
should have said, just like those guys died.
Yeah.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance.
That's so
for her
easy
have
just
seen his
to,
body
like,
in the equipment room
Explain
for
away
herself.
as just meaning those guys, as in like everyone who died before us, not just today. Maybe.
So
But
how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
yeah. Oh my
Yeah, because we weren't sure
Yeah.
what happened with Kyoko. Uh-oh. No, she still thinks she has it, though. There's still more.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
We don't know for sure
if you take that picture. Of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away.
Can you check, like, on the date when that picture's
Oh, yeah.
taken?
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Oh yeah, it has to be set up.
So let's put
If
the suit on.
well,
And
no, it can't be.
Then she used the camera's timer to.
She told him to meet in the rec room at 1, which I'm assuming is when he went to sleep. It's probably when he got put into the suit. Hifumi being in the picture with Robe of Justice might have been also part of this coercion. Like, Hifumi, pose for me or something, and then she snapped the picture and then just kept the camera.
Maybe. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't really know. Or maybe no one's in the costume at the time. The
Or
picture
that
was taken.
Yeah, that too.
Or taken.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture
Yeah.
of the suspect?
Maybe
dragging
it's just
Hifumi away?
Hifumi being like
What do you possibly mean by that?
a fanboy.
He was posing.
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations.
It wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. The only other possibility is